So, Devil's Garden, heading to Landscape Arch. Not Devil's Kitchen. I was wrong on that. Not Devil's Kitchen. There's several Devil's Kitchens and gardens in various places. This one's Devil's Garden. But you start by going through this cool little crack in the rock. Uh-oh, and you come around this first corner, and there's temptation. Every little kid wants to run up there and run down it. And Colin, look at him. Come along Devil Garden Trail, and you come up on this first sign so you can get to Tunnel Arch and Pine Tree Arch if you go that way, or Landscape Arch this way. I think we're going Landscape Arch. Are we gonna do the others on the way back? There's a whopping 0.2. So this whole trail is pretty well built up, packed, groomed, ready to go with flagstone the whole way. There's a few steep parts, but pretty easy.
Rock babies?
Look at the little rock babies out there poking up.
Oh, that's weird.
That's not what you see.
No.
You're just walking along, and then you look up, and there's rocks all around you. You see little windows in here, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh, that rock over there is not like the rest. There's rocks behind it that camouflage it, but there's Landscape Arch right there. And if you look past it, there's a little bit of an arch up in the rock there as well. And this one is pretty impressive because of how narrow it is. And in 1991, a big 60-foot chunk fell out of this. There's a sign that explains this more in a minute. These arches are actively evolving and changing, and it may be that by the time Taryn brings her kids back here to look at the arch, maybe it won't be an arch anymore. Won't that be sad? So, from the Devil's Garden Trail, you get to the interpretation spot for Landscape Arch. We're here, and if you wanted to go to these other arches, Navajo, Partition, Double O, or Dark Angel, it's just an additional 1.6 miles out. But warns you about difficulty level and be prepared. Interesting. And all these little rock outcroppings in here are awesome. Pretty amazing. There are signs everywhere wanting you to stay on the trail. Even though you can clearly see that people have not.
Oh, no.
And it's easy to see the temptation. It would be cool.
Oh, we're continuing to go?
Well,
Oh, hey.
I think we're looking for a viewpoint.
I know. It could be just around this corner.
I think it's just around the next corner. What do you think, Taryn?
What about going after that?
Just around the next corner?
Just around the next corner, we just keep going and going.
Next thing we know, we're at Double O Arch. Do you know why they call it Double O Arch, Taryn? Because you're like, oh, oh. That was funny. If at any point you aren't sure you've arrived, they've done very good with the markers and distance. So there's a viewpoint for Landscape Arch to get you nice and close. And we're gonna go there. We are up close and personal with this arch. A little bit of climbing required here and there, not so bad. Look, we're sitting on this rock. So it is cool to see all the rocks and boulders that have fallen off that thing. And it's only a matter of time till this arch is no longer an arch.
It's skinny.
Yep. I guess 11 feet at its narrowest point across. This is as close as we can get. Very cool. We saw Landscape Arch, and that was cool, and we looked, it'd be another mile, or 0.9 miles from the viewpoint anyway, to get to the Double O Arch and some of those others. And we opted to go back and make sure we hit the Double Arch, which is different than Double O Arch. Double O Arch is just a little further on from Landscape Arch, but Double Arch is on a different trail altogether. So we're gonna go hit up that one and make sure we get them all today. So that's our next plan. So we're heading back down this very nice groomed, hard-packed trail. And this is great. You see these red rocks, the LaSalle Mountains covered with snow out there, and everything in between. And on the way back, we decided to go see Tunnel Arch and Pine Tree Arch. So it's only 0.1 and 0.2 miles. So we're deciding that that is worth it. So Tunnel Arch is right up there. So that one in the upper left is harder to see because there's not the sky behind it. That is still a pretty cool shot. This said Tunnel Arch, but there's 2 arches. I feel like somebody's not giving me all the information.
You can't do 2 double O arches. Well, there's a double arch and there's a double O arch.
So you keep walking just a little bit past Tunnel Arch, that spur off the main trail, and you see another arch, and you can see it right in between these 2 rocks way out there.
Right there.
But,
Yeah, this is.
and in fact I saw 2 over there, there's one behind us, but then you come up and you realize we're going to this.
And this one you can walk under. And like,
Yeah, you can be right there.
yeah. How cool
Right
is
there
that?
on the rock falls on your head.
And this is Pine Tree Arch, ostensibly, because
that
one of
pine
these
tree?
pine trees. Okay, we're voting it's this one.
Yes.
It could be the one under there, hard to say. Or that one, or that one.
Oh, that's so cool.
Just being up and close to them, that increases quality. Taryn's drawing a line in the sand.
Literally.
Wow, Taryn. Can't believe you. Aw, look, pictures. Let's show our cool tripod real quick.
Oh.
It stands up like this, and you have a remote shutter, and that is Bluetooth connected to the phone, so we can aim it up and take family pictures at any time. And then when you,
set the timer and there isn't all this running and.
yep, and then when you pick it up and collapse it,
It goes nice and small, and then this just goes right here.
and so it's what's
stick.
the word? Yeah, selfie stick, monopod, tripod, remote shutter, and conveniently when you're holding it like this, if you turn that on, that button's right under your thumb.
Yes, and so you can still connect it, and you don't have to hit your phone for the.
Yeah.
You just use your thumb right here.
There you go. This is tic-tac-toe. In this case, it's tic-tac-no. That was funny. Conclusion, Tunnel Arch and Pine Tree Arch, those ones, worth the extra 0.2 off the trail. Yeah, big payoff for only a few minutes walking. So if you're out here hiking anyway, do it. We're thinking we have not done Double Arch
Double
before.
arch.
And we've done Windows, which is in the same parking area, but this Double Arch is a different little walk.
Yep.
So Windows is awesome because you see several within less than a mile loop. And here we're just going to go a little out back. In fact, you can see it.
It lets you walk up underneath
here.
both of them, which is cool.
And you can see it right over there. But we're going to go take a look at it right now. So Double Arch is right ahead of us, but to the left, there's another arch you can see over there. And frankly, this little cave, whatever complex, is close to the definition of an arch, I guess, purely not necessarily meeting all the criteria. But yeah, lots of cool.
Lots of cool little features everywhere.
Yeah, geology's doing some stuff here.
Yes, it is. And
That's
this is
what we're
cool
learning.
because you get to climb up in there underneath those 2 arches.
Yeah, we want that crumbling rock over our heads. That's better.
Here.
And over there behind us, you can see Windows, one of the arches there. And here we are.
This is cool.
Yes. A quick 5 minutes later, we are in quite the arch situation. We're kind of out of things to say.
Tired.
Yeah, this is our 3rd little hike.
You're dealing with elevation and the sun and.
Yeah, different factors in every park.
Yep.
But in this case, we started with a 3 mile, and then
did a 2 mile.
and did a
plus
2
2.5.
2 to 2.5, and now just this, so that's 5, so the 6th mile of the day. Taryn's trying to find a hobble hole.
I found a hollow hole.
We found her.
Oh.
Taryn's not quite hobbit size like she used to be. What are we saying?
Sky's pretty,
The sky's pretty.
and that's a cool view.
It's a cool view. We're sitting inside Double Arch. Look at that. And what are we seeing?
That's it.
I'm gonna point it behind us. We are seeing, so now Mr. Camera Person is seeing the view we're seeing. Family picture. Never mind. That's what I'm talking about. There's that cool spot of sun that comes from somewhere. Somewhere in these Swiss cheese rock formations.
Swiss cheese.
That's what it feels like. And just going up and over and around and like this.
This whole place is cool.
This whole place is cool. Oh.
Oh.
Now Taryn's in the hobbit hole. So we were just sitting in that little window looking through at that little angle of light, but from the inside you're up close and personal with this. Okay, we're almost back to the parking lot right here. Taryn and I decided that we kind of flamed on, but it's only half a mile. You can actually see it behind us probably. And what do you want to do next?
Sleep.
Next she wants to sleep. So she decided a couple little hikes and she's tired. So she's running back to the car extra fast so she can sleep. Not sure about her motivation here. Don't know if that makes sense, but okay, whatever.